Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Manny Show situation. It's basically similar to the Sniper Wolf situation, but this is another creator. And yeah, before we get started, please check the link in the description and join my Discord, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so like my previous videos about the Sniper Wolf situation, basically someone impersonated Sniper Wolf and copyright striked a channel called One Giant Onion, but it actually, like I said, it turned out it wasn't her, it was an impersonator, and the strike got removed from One Giant Onion's channel. And I talked about how YouTube has to get better security for striking channels, because at this point anyone can strike a channel and impersonate a bigger audience or a bigger YouTuber or an agency, and nobody would know that it's an impersonation. So this is a very similar thing. So the Manny Show, which has 12 million subscribers here, posted an apology video because apparently there is an impersonator, just like Sniper Wolf situation, where the impersonator called himself the Manny Show, and it said Manny Show on the copyright strike, and he went ahead and copyright striked a smaller YouTuber with only 30,000 subscribers, a child. He's like a minor. He's like 14. And the reason he did that is because, well, let me tell you a little bit of backstory with Manny. He's kind of a, if I just show you his channel, he's kind of a cringe YouTuber. I don't want to click on the video. I'm gonna get the video taken down because that's copyright. But if you can see from the video, the thumbnails and stuff like that, it's basically just joked commentary, and he calls himself a comedian, but I don't know. I personally don't think he's funny, but some people do. So I'm just not gonna get into that. But either way, he posted an apology video over here. It's called "Setting the Record Straight" because somebody impersonated him and copyright striked a smaller channel when people were making fun of him for being cringe. So before he made this video and told everyone that it was false, everyone thought that since this guy was cringe and people were making funny and just basically blasting him on YouTube videos and calling him cringe and stuff like that, that he got very mad and offended and it hurt his feelings, which is really similar to what the Sniper Wolf situation was, and he copyright striked those small YouTubers. And he got a lot of hate for this because, like I said, he has 12 million subscribers, and he's striking a really small channel with less than 50,000 subscribers, and they average less than 100,000 views a video. So a way smaller audience. So we're wondering why such a small YouTuber could hurt this guy's feelings so much, to the point where he wants every single video of negativity about him erased from the internet and YouTube, which obviously is not going to happen because there's a lot of videos about him. But yeah, we thought that he was it basically hurt his feelings and he was just being a big baby and stuff like that, until he tweeted and he made a video, and the video is over here, and he talks about and I watched a little bit of it, and he talks about how he wants to set the record straight and say that he never copyright striked anyone, and it was actually not him, and it was an agent that he hired, and which he did fire it later on, but he basically took full responsibility. And the video is actually not that bad of an apology video, because I know YouTubers don't really make the best apology videos because they're usually scripted or fake, but his actually was a 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. In it, he basically addressed how, first of all, it was not him copyright striking anyone, and he does not copyright strike channels randomly, and it was actually his agent who he hired, and who was I don't know, moderating his channel or something, but it was the agent who copyright striked people. And he said how basically he, like I said, did not copyright strike anyone, and when he found out what the agent was doing, he fired the agent, and he took full responsibility because he said even though he didn't issue the copyright strike, because that's something he doesn't do, he still takes full responsibility because he's the one who hired the agent. So it was he basically says it's his fault for causing the mess, which certainly isn't fully his fault, but that's what he says because he just wants to take full responsibility, which I completely respect. It's just a really good thing to do. Take full responsibility of your actions, even if it wasn't fully yours. So, yeah, so then over here on Twitter, it was basically, yeah, these guys are saying, like I said, Manny actually made a very good apology video, which shocked YouTubers because they're not very good at that, honestly. There's a lot of bad apology videos. And So there's this other YouTuber content creator who was basically saying how, and this is a Sniper Wolf situation, he was addressing it, and he was saying how you have permission to use my videos for parts just as long as you don't completely copy the video, which is what this guy's claiming he's allowing to do. And I think that's a good idea because, and the reason he did this is to show like what what's good and what's bad. This way something like this doesn't happen. So he's just like a fellow streamer, content creator who just stepped up to help Manny and say how, like, in general it's good to use people's videos, just not the full thing, and you have permission to use parts of it, and like I said, not the full thing, because then that'd just be copying and that wouldn't be good. So like a lot of people like him are coming up and addressing this, so in case anyone decided to use their video, something like this didn't happen. And it was actually very interesting to see because a very similar thing happened to Sniper Wolf and One Giant Onion, where Sniper Wolf copyright striked One Giant Onion, but it turned out to be an impersonator, and the same thing is with here. And the impersonator for Manny turned out to be someone who he hired and took full responsibility for in his apology video, like I said, and fired him, which is what I think is the right thing to do. And but yeah, he apologized for it. He took full responsibility, and he just wishes like nothing happened to anyone. Like he doesn't want anything like this to happen to anyone, or just in the future at all. Anyone, him or anyone. So that was good. He addressed everything. He took full responsibility. And yeah, everyone's basically before they were like clowning him because they, like I said, they didn't know that it was an impersonator. They were saying how like just because your feelings are hurt doesn't mean you can just like copyright strike really small videos and ruin their channels. And so basically now they're standing up for him because they found out that like it actually wasn't his fault. He didn't mean it, but he is taking full responsibility. He's being the bigger man, and I think I just completely respect that. And I think that like now this is hopefully sealed, and I pray and I hope and I pray that nothing like this ever happens again, because if it does, that's just not good. Impersonating people isn't good. And like I said in the other video, YouTube needs to get better security for their copyright strike system, because at this point anyone can literally identify or pretend or identify as a YouTuber or a agency and copyright strike other YouTubers. It doesn't matter how big they are. They can be a small channel, they can be a big channel. They'll just copyright strike them, and there's a chance that it'll go through, a really good chance, and that channel is at risk, whether big or small. And we don't want a channel at risk. But thankfully, everything worked out fine. The agent got fired, and I hope it doesn't work for anyone or YouTube anymore. Like in the streaming service, he needs to get out of there because he's going to keep on doing this, and that just wouldn't be good. But yeah, I just wanted to address that stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.